let's go ahead and get into a comfortable seated position and think about the metaphor of that your bottom's glued, top of your head is rising up towards the ceiling. Good, and let's just start with one ocean breath. So you're gonna take a deep breath in, bring your hands together, open your mouth. Very good. And then wrapping your hands around your rib cage. So coming back to feeling breath, I know that we practiced this in last lesson. Draw your elbows towards one another. That's it. And then what we're looking for is really to find that deep belly breath, to find the expansiveness of the rib cage when you breathe in. So take a full deep breath in. Good. Full deep breath out. 2 more times. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Good. Last time, full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Good. An ocean breath. Breathe in. Open your mouth and breathe out. Cool. So, breathing. Does anyone remember when you first began to breathe? Not a trick question, but it kind of seems like it, doesn't it? So do you remember when you first began to breathe? No, right? Why? Right after you're born. Okay, cool. Do you ever notice when you breathe? Sometimes, yes. When's yes? Nice. Sometimes. When do you sometimes notice your breath? So you mentioned something, and this is what I want to play with, is have you ever noticed when you're stressed out how your breath is? How is it? Kind of stop. So shallow, short breath. Okay, very good. What about when you're hurt? Yeah. Like you stub your toe and you're like, you have to like breathe it out, right? Until it stops hurting. Okay. What about when you're really excited? Right? Okay, so what's your breath like when you're sleeping? Your breath can be an indicator of who and how you're breathing. Do you think that's true? So, if you're really scared, your breath is shallow. If your breath is shallow, you're very scared. Yes, that indicates how you're being. Okay. Now, do you think you can also use your breath to shift into who and how you want to be? Okay. So like if I'm stressed out, I'm nervous for a test, I could use my breath to what? Relax yourself, right? Very good. Okay, so what I want to explore today is this idea of how our breath moves in, through, and out, and how it can be a way to shift who and how we're being and how we feel in any moment, okay? So we're going to start in rock pose today with a yoga pose pattern. So you're going to bring your knees wide. You're going to spread your fingers wide, touch your toes together, let your forehead come onto the mat. You're resting your weight back towards your heels. So remember, this is resting pose. You can come here at any point you need to take a breath or connect back to yourself. Take a rest and open your eyes looking towards your yoga mat. I want you to imagine that you're going to use your breath to fog your mat up. So you're going to take a big breath in through your nose and open your mouth, breathe out. Again, big breath in through your nose, open your mouth, breathe out. And then you're going to look up towards your star fingers and we're going to come up into table pose. So remember that you want your knees to be hips distance apart. Your spine's really long. You're spreading your fingers wide. And then allow your elbow joints, so your elbow bones, to turn outward. That's it. And then from here, we're going to go into cow pose. So you're going to drop your chest towards the floor, draw your shoulder blades together, gaze up. And then as you exhale, I want you to come into cat pose. So opposite, press into hands, feet, and knees, round your spine. And then pull yourself back through and into rock pose. That's it. 2 breaths here. So breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth and breathe out. And again, breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth, breathe out. Looking up towards your fingers, coming back to table. And moving to cow. Going to cat. Coming back, you're in rock. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So let your breath really move your body. Coming back, you're in table, cow, cat, rock. Good. Take a full deep breath in, deep breath out. So you're going to go at your own pace for 2 more complete rounds, really thinking about 1 breath with each movement. We'll all meet back here in rock pose. Go ahead. Very good. And then looking up towards your fingers, you're going to come back to your hands and knees, tucking your toes under. We're going to move into downward facing dog. So lifting your hips up, making that upside down V shape. See if you can't spread your fingers wide and think about pressing your heels that at some point they'd eventually come towards the floor. That's it. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears, really feeling this in your arms and your legs. Make sure that your fingers face the front of your mat. That's it. And then looking up towards your fingers very slowly, you're going to walk your feet until they make it to the back of your hands. And once your feet are at the back of your hands, I want you to micro bend your knees and bring your hands to opposite elbows. So I like to joke around and I call this a brain drain. So really let go of any unnecessary information that's taking up space in your head to flow right out here. That's it. And then maybe you can gently rock side to side. That might feel nice in your body. Just finding that organic movement with your breath that feels right for you. And then tuck your chin to your chest like you're looking for your belly button. Hands are on your hips. And very slowly, you're going to come up to stand vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last to rise. Ooh, good. Welcome. And then you're going to start standing in mountain pose. So bringing the knuckles of your big toes together. And then I want you to roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then exhale, rotate and roll your shoulders down your back. Very good. Bringing your hands onto your hips. We're going to turn out to face the side of our mat. That's it. And then you're going to step your legs into star pose. So your feet are wide. Let your toes turn slightly in. So you want to find an internal rotation on your thigh. That's it. And then you're going to inhale, extend your arms out to a T alongside of you. And then as you exhale, bring your hands back to your hips. We're going to go into triangle pose. So your right foot, that's your foot at the front of your mat. You're going to turn it out. That's it. And then you're going to inhale, reach your arms out to a T, moving towards triangle pose. Take your right hand to your right shin, and then you're going to look up towards your thumb. And a few cues here. You can close one eye at a time, and you should be able to see your thumb. And then think about lifting your right ear off of your right shoulder and really using your abdominal muscles. So drawing your navel back towards your spine to hold you strong. That's it. And then find your breath. Full deep breath in, full deep breath out. Very good. Firmly pressing into your feet. You're going to inhale to rise yourself up. Good. Exhale, hands to your hips. Turn your right foot in. And now we're going to turn our left foot out. Good. And then again, drawing your tailbone down, navel back. You're going to inhale, take your arms out to a T, taking your left hand towards your left shin, and then looking up towards your thumb. So again, lifting the ear away from the shoulder. You can check in, close one eye at a time. Make sure you see your thumb. And really breathe into the whole entire right side body here. That's it. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to rise ourselves up. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. You're going to turn your left foot in to meet your right. Very good. So warrior two pose here. You're going to turn your right foot back out towards the front of your mat, but this time your alignment is your front heel to your back arch. Good. That's going to keep you steady here. So keeping that back leg nice, straight and strong, finding the outside edge of the back foot. You're going to inhale and you're going to bend deeply into your front knee. And you want to make sure that the back side of the knee tracks the third and fourth toe. That's it. And then as you inhale, extending your arms out to a T, soft, steady gaze right over your right fingertip. And then just observe here how your mind responds to physical sensations. Notice if there's a little bit of a reaction, and move into action by focusing on your breath. Just full deep breaths in, full deep breaths out. That's it. Take one more deep inhale in, And then exhale, release. Very good. Hand to your hip. You're going to turn that right foot in. And now you're going to take your left foot out. So again, make sure that your front heel, your back arch are in alignment. Drawing your shoulder blades onto your back. Navel's nice and tight. You're going to bend deeply into the left knee. Back side of the knee tracks that third and fourth toe. And then as you're ready, you're going to inhale, take your arms out to a T. Steady gaze over your fingers, and you're breathing. Full deep breath in, deep breath out. That's it. And then inhale, you're going to straighten your front leg. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Turn your left foot to meet your right. Good. And let's go back to star pose here, but let's take a variation. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up, and then exhale, extend your arms to a T. Bringing your hands to your hips. You're going to turn your right foot forward towards the front of your mat. So towards the front, yep. And then you're going to step yourself back forward into mountain pose. Very good. How you feel? Good. Okay. So from here, we're going to go into warrior one pose. We're going to start on the right side. So where's the right side of your body? That's it. So your right foot is going to step forward and your left foot will step back. So what you want to make sure is that outside edge of the foot's really grounded, and then your hips are coming forward towards the front of your mat. But keep that back leg nice and straight. Good. That's it. And then squaring your hips forward, you're going to bend into the front knee. Make sure that the knee stays right over the ankle. So we're really isolating the hips and legs here. And then as you're ready, you're going to inhale and reach the arms up. And you can even let there be like this slight inward rotation of the pinky fingers. And that's going to allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. That's it. And then full deep breaths in, full extended deep breaths out. And one more full deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we're going to inhale, find length, reach up. And then we're going to exhale and step back, mountain pose. Very good. So going over to the left side, you're going to take your left hand into the air. That's it. And you're going to step your left foot forward, and you're going to step your right foot back. That's it. So again, check in. You want the outside edge of that back leg, or back foot, grounding, squaring your hips forward, and then bending left knee right over the ankle. That's it. And then as you feel grounded, you're going to inhale and reach the arms up. And again, let there be that slight inward rotation of the pinky fingers. Relax shoulders away from ears. And again, come back to the breath. Soft gaze down the nose. That's it. And then inhaling, we're going to step ourselves back. We're in mountain. Exhale. Very good. From here, I want you to step yourself just slightly back from the front of your mat. And we're going to move into tree pose, so a balancing pose. Lift up your toes. That's it. So if your toes are like the roots to your tree, what are they going to do? Keeping you grounded. That's it. So imagine top of your head, like back to mountain pose, is really tall. That's it. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. You are going to take your right foot like a kickstand. That's it. And then bring your hands onto your hips, and then really use your eyes to help you focus here. And then once you feel balanced, see if you can't bring your tree branches towards your center. That's it. And then slowly begin to grow your branches. And then allowing the arms to open. That's it. Full expression of the posture. And then slowly begin to bring the hands back down to the hips and step back, mountain. So making ourselves even, we're going to go over from, if we were on the right side, what side are we on now? Our left side. Very good. So you're going to take your left foot like a kickstand. That's it. And then use your eyes to help you focus. Use your breath. That's it. And then bringing your hands to your center. And then as you feel calm, begin to grow your branches. You can allow your hands to open. That's it. And breathing here. And then you're going to bring your hands down, gorgeous. And step back, mountain. Very good. Inhale, clap at the top. Exhale, you're going to bend your knees and touch your fingers to your toes. That's it. And then once you touch your fingers to your toes, bring your hands onto the ground, bend your knees, and step yourself back into your downward facing dog. That's it. So make sure the feet are hips distance apart, fingers spread wide, and let's walk our dog here. So you're going to bend your right knee and press your left heel towards the ground. And then switch it out. Bend your left knee, press your right heel towards the ground. That's it. And then press both heels towards the ground. Get really long here. Really feel the strength in your arms and your legs. And then look up towards your fingers. You're going to bring yourself to table. And then from here, we're going to go into cow. And then we're going to go into cat. And then we're going to bring ourselves back through urine rock. Good. And then just let your breath calm your heart. Take a full deep breath in. Deep breath out. And again, full deep breath in. Deep breath out. That's it. And then looking up towards your fingers, you're going to bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Very nice. You're going to cross your ankles underneath of you, and you're going to come through to a seat. Very good. And then you're going to bring yourself forward towards the center of your mat. Very good. And from here, we're going to go into a twisting pose. So as we go into this twisting pose, I want you to literally think of your organs like a sponge and that you're just like wringing them out with this, okay? So you're going to inhale and you're going to reach your arms up, turning your palms forward. You're going to take your right hand over to your left knee. And then the left arm, you're going to inhale, reach it up, and then like a backstroke, you're going to bring the hand behind you, tent the fingers to the floor. And then you're going to inhale, sit up tall. And as you exhale, I want you to twist and look over your shoulder. And you can even let your weight come a little bit back into your sitting bones. And then inhaling, we're going to come to center. You're going to reach your hands up. And this time, you're going to take your left hand to your right knee, your right arm. You're going to inhale straight up. Exhale, you're going to backstroke. That's it. Inhale, sit tall. And then as you exhale, twist. And again, let your weight come slightly back towards your tailbone into your sitting bones. And then inhaling, we're going to come back to center. We're going to reach our arms up. Good. Exhaling, you're going to bring your hands down. Peace fingers are out. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together. And then I want you to wrap your peace fingers around your big toes, your thumbs on top, and you're going to press your feet and you're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall. That's it. So we're going to really isolate our hips here. As you breathe in, you're going to sit tall. As you breathe out, I want you to think about that cat spine. You're going to round your spine, pull your navel back, and you're going to forward fold. Your elbows come towards your inner thighs. And you're breathing here. Full deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. And then inhaling, you're going to rise yourself up. That's it. And then from here, I want you to bring your hands to your knees. You're going to fold your knees up and you're going to let your feet come forward. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to balance in boat pose. Boat pose is, did we do this last week? Boat pose. Okay. So boat pose is definitely abdominal strength. So I'm going to turn to the side. You're going to stay forward, and always a place to go. So remember, yoga is not about how it looks. It's about how it feels. So although like maybe I could come into the full expression of the posture, maybe you're newer to this. So you're going to just stop at where you feel your balance. Okay. So definitely listen to the intuition of your body of like where it wants to go. Most important thing is that you stay balanced rather than having a sunken boat and falling over. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to bring your feet flat enough so that you can get tall in your spine. Because does this look like a strong boat? No, right? So the taller I can get, the more engaged I am with my abdominals. You're going to bring your hands underneath of your knees. That's going to help you to support. And then I find that it just depends. Like for me, I like to bring my knees closer, but for you, you might need your knees a little wider apart. What you're going to do from here is you're going to just lift one side. And then do you feel like that lock and engagement into your abdominals? Now from here, you're going to bring the other side. That's it. And then maybe you want to challenge your balance more. You can bring one arm. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you're going to go 2 arms and we're going to hold, breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Exhale, release. Nice. So stretching those legs out nice and long, I would like you to point your toes, and then you're going to flex your toes. Very good. And then you're going to sit up nice and tall. You're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up. And then drawing your navel back towards your spine, you're going to exhale and hinge from your hips. You're going to fold forward. So really walk your hands forward. Take yourself to that edge where you really feel the stretch. And then again, notice responses in your brain, in your mind, and come back to your breath. So nice deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. And then inhaling, we're going to come up. We're going to reach our arms up. And then exhaling, we're going to bring our hands down. Very good. So where we're going to go next from here is we're going to go into partner triangle pose. Okay. So what I would like you to do is to come up to standing. What we're doing next is we're going to go into a partner pose. We're going to go into partner triangle pose. So if you could choose one mat to go on. So why don't you choose this mat here? And then what you need to do is you need to come back to back in mountain pose to start. And you want to definitely use the length part of your mat. That's it. And then from here, so you don't need to yet be touching, but you don't want to be so far apart yet. And then you want to draw your shoulders onto your back and get tall. And then from here, you're going to step your feet out so that you're in star pose. That's it. And then you're on your opposite side. So a little bit of communication here. You have to decide who's going right first, who's going left. So one person turn their foot out to the right, and the other person turn their left foot out to the left. That's it. And then you're going to inhale and extend your arms out to a T. And then as you exhale, you're bringing your hand to your shin for triangle pose. That's it. And then turn your palm and check in. So that's the first part of it. And then from here, you're going to, a little bit of trust activity. You're going to lean back into one another. And as you lean back and connect, you're going to really feel this extension and stretch along the side body. Yes? Good. And then find your breath. Take a full deep breath in, full extended deep breath out. That's beautiful. And then pressing into your feet, you're going to inhale and come up. That's it. Exhale, hands to your hips. Now you're going to turn your right and left foot in and turn your opposite foot out. Gorgeous. And then inhale, extend, take your arms to a T. That's it. And then exhale, bring your hand towards your shins. So check in, get comfortable in your own body first. That's always the most important part. Your palm turns forward. That's it. And then gaze to your thumb and then check in, and you're going to extend and lean back. Beautiful. Nice. And then connect with your breath. Full deep breath in, deep breath out. And then firmly plant into your heels. You're going to inhale, rise up. Nice. Exhale, hands to your hips. You're going to step yourself back into mountain pose. Good. You can turn around, thank your partner. And you're going to make your way back to your own yoga mat. Awesome. So from here, we're going to inhale, sunshine arms up, hands clap. You're going to exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands down to the mat and step yourself back. You're in downward dog. Very good. From here, you're going to come onto your knees. Let's roll right from table to cow and to cat and back into rock pose. Very good. Take a full deep breath in through your nose, full extended deep breath out. And again, full deep breath in, full deep breath out. And then you're going to inhale, look up towards your fingers. We're going to come right through a seat to lie onto our back. So as you come to lie onto your back, You're gonna take your arms and you're gonna field goal them. So you're gonna make like a field goal shape with your arms, and then you're gonna extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling, and you're gonna flex your toes towards your shins. And then as you inhale, I want you to bend your knees halfway. So you have space between your calf muscles and your thighs. And we're gonna do a lying twist here. So you're gonna take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're gonna drop your knees over towards the right side, and then gaze over your left shoulder. And again, really think about your organs like a sponge here. Use your breath to help release any toxins that may be built up there. And then we're going to inhale and bring ourselves to center. Stretch the legs and then reset. You're going to bend the knees halfway. Take a full deep inhale. As you exhale, take your knees over towards your left side, and then take your gaze over your right shoulder, flexing your toes towards your shins, making sure your shoulders are flat on the mat. Good. And then inhaling, you're going to bring your knees back to center. Wrap your hands nice and tight around your knees, pulling your knees in towards your chest. Very gently, you're going to rock side to side. And then you're going to extend your legs towards the end of your yoga mat. Bringing your hands onto your belly, you're going to allow your eyes to close, your feet to relax. And we're going to practice our balloon breathing here. So you're going to take a full deep breath in, fill your belly full, let it rise up with your breath. Full deep breath out, you're going to relax your belly down. 2, take a full deep breath in, fill your belly full, let it rise up. Deep breath out, relax down. One more time, full deep breath in, fill full. Deep breath out, relax down. Good, so your choice here, keeping your hands on your belly, or you can bring your hands down to your side body, allowing your palms to turn up towards the ceiling. So coming to silence and stillness, allowing your feet to relax, your fingers to relax. And as you become calm and quiet and still, perhaps you feel as though you could fall asleep. It's really important that we take time to shut down, allow ourselves to reset. Coming back to your balloon breathing, take a full deep breath in, full deep breath out, and again, full deep breath in, feel full, deep breath out and relax. And then very gently you're going to begin to wiggle your toes, and softly you're going to wiggle your fingers. You're going to reach your arms up and overhead like you would stretch out of bed in the morning. That's it. And then you're going to roll over onto your side, so your right side facing towards the wall. That's it. And then very gently you're going to come all the way back up to seated. And as you come back up to seated, you're going to be in crisscross legs, sitting nice and tall. Very nice. And the way we're going to complete is with ocean breath. So you're going to bring your hands to your side. You're going to take a full deep breath in. Bring your arms up and overhead. Audible ocean breath out. Very good.